स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी के बारे में सोच कर अगर स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी बढ़े चले जा रहे हैं तो आओ देखिए हैप्पी फिल्में विद मी सुचारिता। इंटरनेट पर ढूंढ कर मैं आजकल खुद को थोड़ा फॉल्स सेंस ऑफ कंफर्ट देने की कोशिश में लगी हुई हूँ, इसलिए बड़ी प्यारी प्यारी फिल्में देखने मिल रही हैं, जिनमें से 5 के बारे में वी स्पोक अबाउट लास्ट वीक। नाउ प्रेजेंटिंग हैप्पीएस्ट मूवीज ऑनलाइन टू वॉच ड्यूरिंग लॉकडाउन पार्ट 2। लेकिन फर्स्ट सब्सक्राइब हियर इन दिस कॉर्नर समवेयर। नंबर 5 पर पैडिंगटन। You can watch this on Netflix. फरमाइश has come from Pramit Chatterjee, Shivani Yadav and Aditya Bhattacharya on Twitter. There are some films which I like to call chidult movies, made seemingly for children but really also for adults who enjoy things made for children in a non-creepy way. Paddington falls ekdam in that category. Set in London and the jungles of darkest Peru, this is the story of a young anthropomorphic bear, yani walking talking like humans. An earthquake destroys his home in Peru and he has to travel all the way to London to look for a new home in search for an old geographer who used to be friends with his uncle bear and auntie bear in Peru. London. As far as story writing goes, Paddington feels like a bedtime story जो दादी कभी सुनाए सोते हुए। जंगल में एक भालू होता था, which is what makes this movie feel like a warm hug, क्योंकि आजकल घर परिवार से दूर कहानी सुनाने के लिए Netflix से अच्छा साथी है नहीं दूसरा। Paddington is not an out and out fantasy film. It is set for the most part in the human world where the only magic realism is brought by this marmalade eating hat wearing bear. I mean, there's even a scene set to the Mission Impossible theme in the film. Yani it's a world easy to accept, especially for kids, but still interesting to explore, but with not too many rules. So you don't have to join any fan armies to really get into the subtext of Paddington. Magic crosses over into the real world, kind of like an anti-Harry Potter.
From the producer of Harry Potter.
You've literally just brought home a random bear.
He's much more similar than you think.
Also, immigrants, people who've had to flee their lands to save their lives or other reasons and are now looking for places to call home. Paddington, the bear who reaches London hidden in a boat, obviously is a metaphor for these people. But also throughout the film, you see a band reappear multiple times playing an African tune in London. सब किसी न किसी generation के immigrants हैं, foreshadowing कि London में Paddington को भी शायद घर मिल जाएगा। तो on the surface ऐसी chidult movie होने के बावजूद Paddington is a deeply heartfelt, डीप फिल्म, जिसको देखने के बाद उसकी वेबसाइट paddington.com पर जाओ, where you can play little video games, क्योंकि जब होलसम बना ही रहे हैं तो पूरा बनाए। Favorite scene: when Paddington first arrives in London, he goes to a railway station looking for someone who will help him find a home. He sits in front of a lost and found room asking passerbys for help और उसकी कोई सुन नहीं रहा है, until Mrs. Brown played by Sally Field starts talking to him and पीछे lost and found के साइन में found की लाइट suddenly जल जाती है। It's blink and miss, but it encapsulates the whole essence of the film and the message of kindness and acceptance. Number 4, Julie and Julia. You can watch this on Netflix. Farmaish has come from Safarnama_A and Anjal Mehta on Insta, Dilan Kumar on Twitter. Okay, so I had no idea what this movie would be about, but to my total surprise, it combines two of my greatest passions and challenges right now: cooking and continuing to create digital content.
I could write a blog. I have thoughts.
Write a blog about cooking.
I'm not a real cook like Julia Child.
Julia Child wasn't always Julia Child.
Academy-nominated writer-director, the late Nora Ephron, has taken 2 books and 2 entirely different life stories, bringing them together in a seamless screenplay, transitioning between 1949 and 2002 with ease, helped by Alexander Desplat's fairy tale-like, reassuring background score.
Why don't I go to cooking school? Bonjour!
The Julie/Julia Project. I cook my way through Julia Child's cookbook. 365 days, 524 recipes.
In 1949 Paris, we meet Julia Child, not yet a famous cook, still trying out different things in life while continuing to build a wonderful warm marriage with her husband. 2002 में हम मिलते हैं जूली सॉमर्स से, a government worker associated with the redevelopment project after the World Trade Towers have collapsed. She's mildly depressed due to the nature of her job, क्योंकि उसको survivors की angry और दुखी family से बात करनी होती है फोन पर. But Julie likes to cook. So with the help of her loving and supporting Douglas Adams quoting husband, she decides to start a blog, trying out Julia Child French recipes every day and posting the results online. Also, she says in one scene, I am too busy cooking fattening food to bother exercising. Relatable AF. Hit like. Does she succeed? Does she ever get to meet Julia Child? How are Julie and Julia different yet so similar? Julie and Julia's screenplay holds your hand right from the first few shots and doesn't let go right till the end. Despite the time jumps, the chronology is not tough to follow. Towards the end, the dialogue even kind of spells it out a little bit to make it as easy as following a detailed recipe from a cookbook with all the ingredients neatly laid out on a counter.
Oh, Julia, you make it sound so simple.
Add to it generous spoonfuls of Meryl Streep and Amy Adams, a little Stanley Tucci and some Chris Messina, despite all of them never in the same frame altogether even. Like, just the flavor is perfect. After Mamma Mia, this is the second movie starring Meryl Streep on this list. भले ही कोई ऐसा profound सच about the human psyche इस मूवी में नहीं रिवील हो, लेकिन एक तो #women telling women stories, दूसरा resilient औरतों की कहानियां हमेशा दिल को सुकून देती हैं, तीसरा एमी एडम्स का ये डायलॉग, I love that after a day when nothing is sure and when I say nothing, I mean nothing, you can come home and absolutely know that if you add egg yolks to chocolate and sugar and milk, it will get thick. It's such a comfort. Which sums up at least my uncertain life right now. Favorite scene. When in her late 40s, Julia Child attends Le Cordon Bleu culinary school in Paris. She's the only woman in her class. But within a quick montage, so I guess this isn't a scene but a sequence, everyone realizes she's not to be messed with. It's a wonderful coming together of the subject and the actor playing the character. Okay, number 1 पर जो movie है इस हफ्ते, like last week, इस बार भी is in a language I don't speak but I am blown away. तो देखते रहो, अभी पता चलेगा. Hint, it's Japanese. लेकिन subscribe first in the corner here somewhere. Number 3, Hunt for the Wilder People. You can watch it on Hulu via VPN. फरमाइश आई है Cheryl and Gurpreet Singh की on Twitter. Hunt for the Wilder People is the story of a young Maori boy aged 13, textbook defensive and aggressive because he's been shuttled from home to home as part of the foster care program in New Zealand.
Ricky Baker.
He is a bad egg, a youth court regular.
When he finally finds a home he loves and thinks he will live in forever, tragedy strikes and he's on the verge of being taken away, a prospect he's not very happy with. So, along with his foster uncle, they run away into the woods, जिसके बाद पूरा New Zealand उनको ढूंढने में लग जाता है. It's very exaggerated. Writer-director Taika Waititi is something of a madman genius. He of course exploded onto the international scene with Thor Ragnarok, and after his Oscar win for Jojo Rabbit, his older filmography is begging to be explored. A very proud Polynesian Jew, he wears his cultural identity on his sleeve, and it is on ample display in Hunt for the Wilder People. Nearly all the actors are of indigenous heritage. The characters talk of Maori warriors versus the British, among other references splattered across the film. Another display of honesty is Taika speaking through the kid Rick Baker, one of the protagonists. If you've seen any Taika Waititi interviews or if you follow him on social media, you know that his style of talking, the way he interacts with people, there's a sense of all of this is so stupid, but I still find life in the universe fascinating and a little scary. At least in my head, this is what he's thinking. You see all of this peeping through his reimagined MCU characters in Adolf from Jojo Rabbit and also in Ricky Baker in this film.
Love you, Ricky.
And they actually did this? Tell them I was the Wilder People.
A grown-up child or childlike grown-up, but never finite, always a mix. The kid also makes up haikus like Taika does. Once again, talks about having a famous person as a best friend. Here it is Tupac. In Jojo Rabbit, it was Adolf, which I'm willing to bet the writer-director feels extremely personally about. Hunt for the Wilder People is a fascinating film about how human relationships are formed, strengthened, and how they evolve. How much time do you really need to get to know someone?
So what do we do now?
We run. No. Maybe we don't need to run.
Huh? Oh yeah, this is fast walk.
And how to survive in the jungle if you ever get lost. Favorite scene. Taika Waititi is of course present throughout the film, in spirit. But in one scene he actually shows up as a priest, which is literally the god voice of this whole shebang. He's not a good priest, and maybe at some point in his life he didn't want to be a priest, made evident with the dispassionate sermon he delivers. In his true style, it's punching up and it's very poignant, just right under the surface. Number 2, Little Miss Sunshine. You can watch it on YouTube. Farmaish has come from some people, लेकिन मुझे वो screenshots नहीं मिल रहे. After years because of hearing about what a perfect little film this is, I got around to watching it. And perfect little film is the best way to describe Little Miss Sunshine. The story of a borderline dysfunctional family driving over 2 days because they can't afford flight tickets to reach California so that the 7-year-old Olive could compete in Little Miss Sunshine beauty pageant. It's a textbook road movie format. Many life-altering incidents, setbacks and adventures later, when the family finally reaches their destination, they realize their real win was them realizing the true value of having each other. Movie देखते देखते ये मुझे realize हुआ कि road movie genre इस वक्त कितना reassuring है. Of course, you get to go on a literal journey, which is helpful in this lockdown. But also, due to the nature of such films being about discovering oneself, locked in a confined space, left alone with your thoughts and with people you are slowly getting to know better, it's similar to life right now. And knowing that the light after the tunnel is happy and bright makes our current situation easier to handle slightly.
Dwayne, Frank, Olive's not gonna have our ice cream.
Yeah, do you mind if I have a little bit?
Yeah, let's dig in.
That looks really good.
Boy, I feel sorry for anybody that doesn't want to enjoy their ice cream so early in the morning.
Oh, that was good.
Wait! Stop! Don't eat it all.
Little Miss Sunshine also talks about the catharsis of forgiveness and the integrity needed to move on and how to find it. It even spells it out a little bit. The van the family goes for the road trip in has many frustrating flaws which keep appearing at regular intervals, and the family together keeps finding or stumbling into ways to make the van work until they all start working together as a well-oiled machine. Life lessons. From projecting their own insecurities onto each other to realizing that they can borrow from their fam what they lack in themselves, whether it is self-confidence or the ability to choreograph a dance, the characters all go through extremely personal internal journeys as well, and सबकी आर्क को ऐसे साथ में complete होते हुए देख के ना दिल को बड़ी तसल्ली महसूस हुई. Favorite scene: elder sibling Dwayne is generally a troubled and troubling teen. In one scene, his emotions are just out of control. He's yelling, kicking, and seems like road trip यहीं पे बंद करनी पड़ेगी. When he refuses to listen to anyone, the younger 7-year-old Olive just walks up to him and puts her head calmly on his shoulder, and just like that, in 10 seconds, crisis is averted. If you're lucky to be close to your siblings, feel free to give a shout out in the comments. And finally, on number 1, Spirited Away. You can watch it on Netflix. Farmaish has come from Bob Almost on Instagram, Sajal Vasal and Mani Aryam on Twitter. The movie opens with a farewell card someone has given the 10-year-old Chihiro. You find out her family is moving to another town and Chihiro is desperately unhappy about it, wanting to go back to the way things were because she liked her old world. Little does she know that she isn't just leaving her old physical world, but the world as everyone knows it altogether.
嘘！夢だ！夢だ！
She gets trapped in a magical Japanese bathhouse which is run by an evil witch, and she must find a way to save her parents who've been turned into pigs. This is a Japanese Alice in Wonderland and Wizard of Oz kind of story. Yahan bhi the protagonist is a little girl who's taken into an unknown fantasy world without her consent, but she quickly learns and adapts and manages to make things work out by her wit, childish naivety, uncorrupted worldview, and kindness towards all creatures, human, animals, or monsters. There is a reason why Spirited Away is so popular, not just with kids but with adults as well, because it tackles so many themes. सबसे obvious तो है human greed. People who pig out on food get turned literally into pigs. Creatures surrounded by other greedy creatures begin to emulate those bad qualities and they turn into monsters. लेकिन there are other more evolved conversations here as well about things like climate change, capitalism, the class divide, identity, and empathy.
The witch Baba controls you by stealing your name. If you completely forget it, you'll never find your way home.
Your name belongs to me now.
I'm 100% certain that there is a whole lot of Japanese folklore जो मेरे सर के ऊपर से ऐसा गुजर गया ये film देखते हुए. But there are some obvious storytelling tricks writer-director Hayao Miyazaki uses, like the skyscraper trope. The poorest of the poor, literally depicted as tiny balls of soot, raak. They live right at the bottom where it's hot and stuffy, and the richest woman, the owner who has too much, more than she could ever need, lives in the penthouse on the topmost floor. ये Parasite में भी explore किया था, the divisiveness of elevation, rich versus the poor and where they live. Here it is more literal, क्योंकि most of the action happens in one building. And man, there is a lot of action. एक भी dull moment नहीं है इस movie में, and the magic of each scene is weirder than the last. There are lots and lots of monsters, incredible amounts of ooze and slime within an ever-expanding universe which will leave you breathless. Spirited Away is complicated, layered storytelling which tries to show viewers the good, evil and fearless in each human when it comes to survival. And for wholesome family viewing, add it to your Netflix watch list this Academy Award winning Studio Ghibli movie जिसका director इतना badass है, he refused to accept the Academy Award. It's insane. Look it up.
In worlds seen and unseen, where spirits are transformed and sorcerers rule.
Favorite scene. Little black balls of soot, the Susu Watari, they carry coal into a giant fire which keeps the whole operation of the whole thing running. When Chihiro shows them kindness, they all pretend to be weak, so she'll carry on doing their work for them. It's an adorable little moment also because the Susu Watari, they look like black pygmy puffs. If you know, you know. So that's it, y'all, including the list from last week. I'll add the link up here. These are my top 10 happiest movies online. मैंने दुनिया की सारी मूवीज नहीं देखी हैं, तो अगर आपकी पसंद की फिल्म इस लिस्ट में नहीं आई, कमेंट्स में बता दो। गाली मत देना, अभी लड़ाई करने की माइंड स्पेस नहीं। नया चैनल है, सब्सक्राइब कर लोगे तो मुझे अच्छा लगेगा। पूरा 1 हफ्ता लगा है ये वीडियो लिखने में, राइट हियर। A brand new घर से मूवी रिव्यू also इस हफ्ते यहीं पर, तो hit that bell icon if you can find it. I don't know where the bell icon is. Okay, bye.